Alright, season 3 lockdown, baby. Let's go. We're here. Roll intro.
Looks like into me, no doubt that I never be without my damn brain. Closed mouth, I'm clever and I know my damn shame. No cloud to the better, no one know my damn name. No bow, that's your what I guess we about to cascade.
Yeah, so we're back in national lockdown, which for the immediate term means that all of like my practical stuff at uni has been, slashed until at least February half term. I still get to do all the boring online lecture parts of it though, which is perfect. But yeah, just have to deal with it, improvise, adapt, overcome, all of that madness. But yeah, I mean, I was just having a bit of a shitty day, like afternoon yesterday anyway. Yeah. And then when the news about the lockdown came out, I was like, great. I mean, I can't say I wasn't expecting it, but yeah, this is where we are now. So yeah, first thing I did was I have this I love notebooks. Yeah, I've got loads of different notebooks. Sometimes I don't even like writing in the notebooks. I just like to have the notebooks in case I think of something to write in them. But yeah, so I have this notebook that I kind of call my mental health or well-being notebook. Primarily, like, my use of it is kind of like, I call it the gratitude journal. Pretty much like every day I try and write like 10 things I'm grateful for. It doesn't even have to be like the most important thing ever. Like yesterday I just put like, I'm grateful to have friends. I'm grateful to have family. I'm grateful to be healthy. I'm grateful I can, move. I have mobility. Just stuff like that, It's things that I take for granted. I try and just remind myself of the good parts of my life that I'm overlooking. Because, yeah, there's an Uncle Iroh quote that goes something like, if you look for the light, it's like, if you look for darkness, that's all you'll see. But if you look for the light, you often find it. I think that's something like that. But yeah, I like Uncle Iroh quotes. Yeah, I like quotes in general. But yeah, I'm trying to just frame this from like a more positive light, because last lockdown I was planning to travel the world during my gap year, not the world, but go to like Japan and kind of go across Asia towards like Thailand on like a big 2-month trip with my friend. But that fell through. And after that, because I'd been working all year, like gaining money and trying to, see the world, I just lost motivation to do anything. Like I would just lie around, play video games, drink, and just like waste my time pretty much. Eat food, didn't exercise enough. So this lockdown, I'm trying to get my shit sorted out. I'm trying to iron my life out. I started by I scheduled my day out today, which for me is it's very rare. I'm not someone who will impose a schedule upon themselves a lot, So I decided, all right, today I'll wake up at like 11, then at 12 I'll I'll work for a couple of hours on my essay, and then after that I'm doing this, and then later I'm gonna hopefully go on a run if I don't, like pull a muscle while walking down the stairs or something. But yeah, I'm like a crumpled shirt right now. I need to just iron some of it out, and so hopefully if I introduce a bit of structure, remind myself of the things I'm grateful for, and work towards the things I can still work towards, hopefully I can make something out of this lockdown. Because last lockdown I got weaker and fatter. and yeah, I one of my favourite parts about uni was me and my flatmate Jay. Shout out if you're watching, I know you are. But yeah, we'd go on runs in the evenings, and it was that like social pressure of like having someone who was carrying on you to come with them, and vice versa, that actually really encouraged me to keep going. So I can very easily convince myself not to go on a run, but if my friend goes like, oh, I'm going on a run, I'll want to go with him, kind of thing. And also I know that if I give up and I don't go, then my friend won't go. So it's like you motivate each other to keep going. So since I've been back, I've been on like one run, and it was a good run, but like that was like a month ago. So starting today, I'm trying to get back on the running game. What I want to do is I want to run to Bath and back. Like, I mean jog really, like a slow ass marathon. But if I were able to do that, that'd be fucking awesome. Last summer I was kind of building up to do that, but I kept getting shin splints, and shin splints are a real pain in the fucking, shin. But yeah, hopefully if I kind of introduce a bit more structure, exercise into my life, I'll start picking this thing up, because yeah, back in the day I used to read these Percy Jackson books. I'm sure a few of you who are watching have heard or read them. Like, they actually played a big formative part in my adolescence for me. Something about like the combination of like Greek and Roman mythology, and then also like the modern setting, the kind of hero mythology. It really struck a chord with me, and I really like the writing style, and it kind of left a big imprint on how I view storytelling. And yeah, in the series, there's this concept kind of derived from Achilles called like the fatal flaw. Kind of, what's the one thing that like could, in the worst moment, cause your biggest downfall? Like, and that's something I've thought about a lot. Like, it's not very easy to look at yourself and think like, what is the most instrumental failure of your being? Like, what's the biggest like trapdoor for what you want to do in life? I think the more I think about it, for me, the more I notice that for me it's about kind of like self expectation and self belief. It's like quite oftentimes for me, it's easier for me not to get like excited or hopeful and just believe that I'm gonna fail, rather than actually have the loss of trying and then not succeeding. I'd rather not place a bet than place a bid and lose, kind of thing. And it's a very like self-preserving attitude. It's kind of like, if I live to fight another day, maybe I'll fight another day. But in the end, you just keep kicking the can down the road. And this applies to a lot of different parts of my life. But right now, I'm trying to look at myself and go like, I've got a lot of potential. I've got some value to what I'm doing. I have the ability to do it. So all it takes for me is just to discipline myself, just give myself a bit of a kick in the ass. Sometimes you need to lean on others as well. You need their support. But I've got a lot of support. There's lots of people who, give me kind words and reassurance, and have belief in me. So I think it'd be a waste if I didn't put what I have now into action. Maybe because like I'm in that kind of educational mindset. I'm on the train. It's like I've got somewhere to be aiming towards. And I just wanna make sure that I don't waste this time like I did last lockdown. Um, yeah, I mean, that's kind of all I had planned. It's 8 minutes. This is kind of progressing more and more. I'm wondering whether people are going to want this to be as short as it is, or whether people want to hear more. But to be honest, it's going to be more about what I want to do than what you want to hear. I do appreciate you for watching, though. Have a good start to your lockdown. I'm sorry that we're here, but yeah, there you go. Ka-ching.